Good morning, guys. It is the day of the Diecast show that I'm going to out in Cleveland, Ohio. I really don't do like vlog style videos like this, as you guys know. It's usually just a sit down and go with the flow, which this one's definitely going to be go with the flow. It is currently 7:30 in the morning, getting ready to head out here. Got my book bag all loaded up. Got my, you know what it is, Celsius Astro Vibe. You guys know I've been on a Celsius kick lately. So yeah, I already got gas. Probably just gonna stop, get some breakfast, and hit the road. So some of you guys commented, said that you would like to see footage of the show, so I will do my best today to do that for you guys, and maybe do a recap at the end of the show, and then go over what goodies that I got. There's also a diecast contest, like I mentioned, so I do have, I think, 4 customs. 3 of them are actually personal ones of mine, and then 1 of them is actually for somebody, but I just got it done, so I figured, you know what, why not take it with me and see what happens. I have no hopes of winning anything today. I've never entered in actual diecast shows or contest. So we shall see what happens with that. And then I got some stuff to trade, and then the custom to give to my man, Jeremy Lance. So enough talking, and let's hit the road. Alright guys, we made it. We're out here. Let's go check it out and see what we find for the day. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed those couple of clips and stuff from the show today. Just a little FYI, I am filming this Sunday night, but you guys will obviously see this tomorrow or today, obviously Monday. But yeah, so all in all, guys, it was an extremely awesome time. It was honestly the best. Couldn't really say the best show because I've only been to one other show, which was still a lot of fun, but that was a couple years ago. But I've never been to something of this like magnitude. In my personal opinion, this was honestly kind of like a mini convention of sorts, because you had Hot Wheels designers, all kinds of cool stuff going on. You had a customs contest. I mean, tons and tons and tons of stuff. I mean, that wasn't even probably like an eighth of what was actually there. Just as me and my buddy Jeremy Lance, who I finally got to meet, which that dude is 100% one cool cat, super awesome dude. We were hanging out the whole time, just chatting it up about Diecast and all of that fun stuff. super cool, down to earth dude. We actually exchanged our buddy builds, which was a really fun and cool experience in person. Very funny story behind behind that, even though it wasn't even planned. I have tons of stuff to talk about, guys. So essentially I'm going to split this up into 2 different parts. It was funny, Jeremy was joking around saying, oh, I expect like a 45-hour long video, which I don't want to do that. I'm just going to split it up into 2 parts. So this will be part 1, and I'm just going to kind of go over like a recap of the show and everything like that, everything that you guys saw, some of my interactions with people and stuff like that. And then part 2, you're definitely not going to want to miss, because sitting next to me, guys, is so much crazy stuff. Some of it, most of it I bought, some of it was gifted to me. It's just, I have signed stuff. It's a lot of good stuff, guys. I mean, a lot of good stuff. I'm super excited to show, so that will be part 2. So anyways, for those of you that are wondering, this was the show that I attended, the Northeast Ohio Diecast Collectors, Cleveland, Ohio. It was like right outside of Cleveland, on the turnpike. It took me about like an hour and a half to get there, which is super easy drive. So yeah, really wasn't that far to me, and it was well worth the drive. I will say, if you are thinking about going to this and are close, I highly recommend it. Jeremy did say that they have a spring and a fall, kind of like, again, nationals. So yeah, and I apologize, my voice is a little rough. I am feeling a lot better, and thank you guys for the warm wishes and everything like that. Still just kind of have a little bit of congestion and stuff, and I did a lot of talking, so bear with me. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, it was a great time. I met up with Jeremy, yeah, just you go into this giant fairground building and just flooded with stuff, guys. I will say probably 90% of it was all small scale stuff. There was obviously some larger scale stuff, some play sets, things of that nature. I mean, there were shirts, there was customs for sale, all that fun stuff. But I was very surprised. I did not see a lot of like higher end premium stuff, like Kaido House and N.E.O.D.C and stuff like that. I did actually buy an N.E.O.D.C though, which I'm super stoked about. But yeah, just a lot of just Matchbox and Hot Wheels, basically. Like Greenlight, M2, stuff like that. But yeah, just tons and tons of stuff. We did cover the whole thing. I mean, we were even at the end going in and out of rows looking for stuff, trying to, you know, haggle a little bit on prices, which I will say, I don't think I paid the actual asking price for any of the stuff that I got. So a lot of cool dudes there, and yeah, made a lot of good deals. So I went and got my customs set up on the table. No, I did not place. I'm not even upset about it, because I do have, or that you guys probably saw by now, I did take a couple videos of all the customs displayed. Jeremy Lance's, his Skylines and his Porsche and stuff are displayed in those ones too. But the one guy actually won 4 different trophies. And he actually, I think, had 2 of the haulers at the end, which were incredible looking. I mean, very well deserved. But yeah, it's, you know, it was just for fun, guys. I didn't go there expecting anything. I told you guys that. So it was still just cool to get judged and just see what other competition is out there, especially in person. And I will say, to actually have legitimate and official Hot Wheel designers judge and just even look at your own personal customs, I mean, guys, that was a feat on itself. I mean, that makes me feel good. You guys already make me feel good about some of the stuff. And I appreciate all the love I got on the Herbie vet. I know a lot of you guys, or I think Charles called it Verby, which was funny, but I really appreciate that. But to have like actual designers who's like designed some of these castings that I'm customizing is just super cool. And I actually have a super cool picture and little story within that to tell you guys that I will touch base upon right now. And I feel like I'm shaking the camera, so I need to stop moving around so much. But I'm super pumped after this this whole little interaction here. So I'm waiting in line. They're announcing the custom winners and stuff like that. So I'm standing there and I'm getting ready to get something signed. I'll show you guys, but by Phil Reelman. and I got him to sign it. And he actually did like a little bit of a different signature on it too, which is pretty cool than all the other ones. I don't know why, but it was just super cool. I just like told him that I really liked his casting and stuff like that. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I didn't really talk to him much. But sitting next to him was actually Ronald Wong. If any of you guys are familiar with Lamley and stuff, in his sneak peeks part 4, I believe, he was talking about like that Pagani Huayra R that he designed. I know he's doing a 143 scale Porsche 993 GT or 991 GT3 RS. He's done a lot of other cool stuff. He has a lot of cool stuff coming out. Like he did like that Spoon new types Honda Civic Type R and all that stuff. And I was just, I literally just told him, I'm like, hey man, like I'm a big fan of yours. I really like what you're doing for us as a whole, as a community and stuff like that. He's like, oh, thank you. He's like, I'm really OCD about like the small stuff. And I told him, I'm like, well, that's what true collectors really care about, is there's that small details. And I'm super OCD myself, so I completely understand that. So it was just really cool. I just had like a little 5-minute conversation with him, just talking diecast and stuff like that. And then I actually asked him, I'm like, hey, can I give you a custom? And he looked at me like kind of like confused, and he's like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, I had a couple customs over on the table. I'm like, would you mind if I gave you one, like just as a, you know, I was like, I don't have a case or anything for it, it's just loose, but I want you to have it. And he's like, I mean, sure. He's like, I'll take it, which is all, you know, he doesn't have to, you know, by any means. And who knows what he could have done with it after the fact. I mean, whatever. But I actually went over, and if any of you guys remember, it was a year or so ago, I did a Toyota Supra, and I did it in the like OG Gran Turismo Castrol racing livery. I had like the 36 on the side. Super cool car. I just did it for my own personal collection. Well, that was one of the ones that I had entered for the customs contest. And I went and I handed it to him. He's like, oh man, he's like, I remember seeing that one. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I made it for myself. I'm like, I'm a huge Gran Turismo fan. I love anything Castrol. And he's like, believe it or not, he's like, I'm a huge Gran Turismo fan myself. I'm like, well, who isn't, you know? And he's like, I actually really want to do that livery, but he's like, Castrol, it's very hard for them to like licensing and stuff like that is what I understood, which is, you know, understandable, but I love Castrol stuff, as you guys will see. Yeah, so that's what he told me. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I mean, that's like super cool that like that, you know, he wants to do a livery that's all my custom. And he actually, and I'll throw up a picture, guys, because yes, I could just tell you this story, but I actually have photo evidence. And I'm like, hey, would you mind holding my custom and taking a picture with me? So I will throw the picture up right now so you can see. Got the man right behind me, Mr. Wong, which is just, it was, I mean, guys, like, this was like peak for me. I mean, to have an actual, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, you guys know how I am, but to have a legitimate Hot Wheels designer like accept a custom that I made and tell me like it's cool and he wants to like do that livery and stuff, and like to know that like he has it now, it's just like, it's, my childhood is like full circle now. It's like 100% complete, that like I grew up playing with these Hot Wheels, guys, like we all did. And now a legitimate designer has a custom of mine and like complimented me on it. I mean, that just, to me, like that was just super humbling. It was super awesome. You know, it's my 5 little seconds of like, this is awesome, like I made it, I'm famous type deal. But he was just a super cool, down-to-earth dude, and I really appreciated that. And I actually got a little I'll show you guys all this too in the second part, but I got like a poster of his Huayra, because he was actually doing like live sketches and stuff of cars there, which was really cool. I got a little poster thing that he signed for me. I got one from Phil, and then I got, or I don't know if I got one from Phil, and then I got one from, I forget the last designer's name. I'll put him up on the screen here. But yeah, he's the one designer sitting next to him. He's like, well, dude, you just gave him a custom, so I got to give you something now too, which was just super cool. It shows that they are like truly, really down to earth dudes and don't mind, you know, taking the time and talking to just regular dudes like me that just love this hobby. But yeah, I just thought that that was just a really cool, that was one of the highlights for sure. So yeah, it definitely tugged on the heartstrings a little bit. It definitely feels good, guys. I mean, like I said, to have a designer have a custom of mine, you know, I don't know if anybody else gave them a custom or not. I mean, if they didn't, then shame on them. But I was just like, I think he would appreciate that, and he really did. So that's all that matters. And it's just a super cool thing I get to say. So, and I have a picture of it, so that's really cool. But yeah, and then I did meet up with somebody off of Instagram that wanted to meet me. I'll throw up his Instagram right here. Super cool dude. He actually entered the customs contest as well. He really loves his Superbirds, his Daytonas and stuff like that. And we were talking for probably a good like 5-10 minutes. I was hanging out with him, and then I met another subscriber, which he respectfully told me to not say his name or anything like that, not even mention him. So I'm going to respect his wishes and his privacy. But guys, when I say that this dude is the epitome of what it means to be a 100% true diehard collector, and you see absolutely no value in any of this stuff, this guy is it. He is the direct definition of that. I will explain it in part 2 and show you guys what he insanely and graciously, that's the only 2 words I can put, gave to me, just because he likes my channel, he likes who I am as a person, and it's just, it really goes to show, guys, that there are 100% true, down-to-earth, good people in this hobby still. I can 100% attest to that, and I cannot stress enough how gracious I am of what he gifted me. And I wanted to pay him. I was literally reaching into my pocket to pull out money, and he said, you know what, just make me a custom. And that right there should, I mean, that's says it all. I could probably go on for another 5 minutes about this dude. He knows who he is. I will leave it up to him if he would like to come out and say, but this dude, I mean, made the trip for sure. Just him and his interaction. I got his phone number and everything like that, which was super cool. But just to have somebody like be there because they just follow me and like know me, like he literally said like strictly Diecast, and I started cracking up because I'm like that's me, you know. Like I told him, I'm like, I always wondered like if somebody would point me out someday and say, hey, I watch you on YouTube, and it actually happened at this show, which was just super cool. As you can tell, guys, I'm super giddy. I'm super just like go because it was just such an awesome day. So yeah, I got to meet him. Super awesome dude. He actually gave Jeremy Lance something really cool too. But yeah, and then just meeting other people, you know, just shaking hands, talking about stuff at different tables, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, so that basically sums it up. I don't want to just keep ranting, especially when I'm not showing anything. But I promise you guys, you do not want to miss part 2. And I know I said in my last video, just because I didn't expect so many people to want to see the show, which I mean, I'm glad, and it was definitely a different kind of little style of filming for me, which was nice. So it will be this video part 2, and then I will be giving away some goodies, because just from all my past good luck I've recently had in the past like month or so, and then just how good of a day I had, I mean, I have to just put it out there, guys. I have to give some really good stuff away. So that is what I'm doing. So I'm telling you guys, if you comment, if you interact, that is the #1 thing I want for this channel, is interaction. I already got a good core solid group going on, but I want you to interact. Just pop up and say, hey, you know, and if you are subscribed and you just like the videos, you share them, whatever, or if you just thoroughly watch them, I mean, like I said, in future videos and giveaways, you know, you will definitely luck out. And yeah, so I have tons of like premium stuff, customs, all that stuff. I'm just giving it away, just picking random people, like I said, from a video. So yeah. All right, I need to take a drink. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I'm gonna sleep tonight. Even my wife was like, you need to do some dishes and stuff before you get all into your hobby. So but yeah, just a very, very exciting day. Just a good positive day. I mean, that's what it's all about. I really enjoyed it. I got to go away for a couple hours, got to just do and be around what I love, meet cool new people, buy some awesome things. None of the stuff I had in my collection, so that's super cool. And yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys. Trust me, you are not gonna want to miss this. And I actually got some stuff for some other people too, but I'm not gonna show you. That's all surprises and stuff like that. And I will definitely show off Jeremy's custom because it is fan-freaking-tastic. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. So, all right, yep, I am going to wrap this up now. I apologize that like the later half of this was all just me rambling, but again, I really appreciate you guys if you stick around and you watch my videos in their entirety. Seems like a lot of you guys like it whenever I, you know, get into the story and I'm all alive and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm feeling a lot better in general, so that definitely helps as well. Finally kicking this cold. Went and got some ice cream tonight. Had to do some grocery shopping. Just a very, very, very busy day. I was up at 7 o'clock and yeah, just going to the show, doing other life things. And yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling here. So again, I really hope you guys enjoyed all the small segments and clips and everything like that from the show. And I apologize that the camera's shaking a little bit. I'm just, like I said, I'm just wired right now. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know, you know, I don't know how many more shows and stuff I'm going to go to this year, but if I do, I will be sure to film some of it for you just to show you guys what's out there, you know, and show you how worth it might be to come to a show like this. This one was definitely worth it. I will be going back for sure. Just need to recoup some funds first and stuff like that. So, whew, all right. Thank you guys very much for watching. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, like I always say. And please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought about the stuff that you saw at the show. What you thought about all the awesome customs that I videoed for you guys. And just let me know what you thought about my general experience at this awesome show. Again, here is the show. That is the one I went to. If you want to look it up, I know they have a Facebook page you can join and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they're on Instagram or anything like that. So definitely go check them out. Super awesome, well put together show. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will see you for part 2 coming up. Peace.